Good morning everybody, welcome back to my channel. I thought that it was about time that I gave you guys an updated tiny home tour. So if you're new to this channel, welcome, I'm Molly. So me and my partner live in a tiny home that we built ourselves, or at least my partner built it essentially, and we live in the Scottish Highlands in the Cairngorms. We're currently parked up in my partner's mum's garden, so this is where we built the home, and we did have plans to move it, but we're sort of struggling to find land to rent at the moment to park it on. We don't have enough money to buy land, so that's the long-term goal, but at the moment which is where we are, and actually it's a lovely location, and it's working out as a nice collaborative relationship with his family, so we're going to be staying here for the foreseeable. But yeah, I've previously done a tiny home tour before, so I'll link that down below if you've not seen that, but I thought I would do an updated one as we've done quite a lot in the upstairs in particular. So I think my last tour was March, April time, and it's now October, so we've been doing bits and bobs. Nothing major, no massive changes, but enough that I think it's quite interesting to give you guys an update. And also in my previous tour I did miss out a few bits and had a few questions, so I thought I'd go into a little bit more detail about the home, how we designed it, a little bit more detail into stuff like storage and what our next plans are renovation wise. But anyway, I will crack on and show you the tour, and I really hope you enjoy. So we'll start in the kitchen. This is probably a very familiar room to all of you guys. I film in here quite a lot. I usually put my tripod up there when I talk to you. So this room's not changed really much at all since my previous tour, but this is essentially the biggest room in the tiny home, in the sense that it's the longest. It's all the same width, because it's on a trailer, but it's the longest, and we packed the storage in here because this is one of the rooms that obviously kitchens tend to have quite a lot of stuff, and particularly food. I like to have a fully stocked pantry, so we definitely put in a lot of storage in here. So we've got all these cupboards under this counter here. So in terms of just how if you're interested how I've separated things and stored it, we've got, like, this is Sky, this is our dog's, who's behind me, so you'll see in a minute, her drawer, her cupboard. Then we've got like cleaning materials under there. That's actually not even a drawer, that's like a fake drawer, it just looked aesthetically pleasing. We've got our bins in there to keep them away, and then this is our food, one of our food storage places, food pantry. We also store food on our wee spice rack, got our fruit bowl, and then on our shelves up here. So this is where a lot of our pantry items live, which is really handy. And then on this side of the kitchen, these top drawers were actually going to be dead space, so they've actually been really handy to put in. I'm a big drawer fan, I find it easier to store things. So you've got, like, you know, in here we've got our cutlery, my apron. I got these drawer liners, if I can remember where I got it from, I'll link them down below, but they just make it look a little bit more finished and pretty. And we've got our soft clothes, sometimes hinges, which is like my partner's favorite thing. And these, nothing much in here at the moment, so, well, I'll show you. One of the biggest questions I got in my last tour is, where's your fridge? So, ta-da! There is our fridge and random assortments on top. So these are the kind of, we don't want to look at things that's quite ugly stuff in these cupboards. So we got our our veg on top of there, and then bizarrely some bathroom bits, because as you'll see, our bathroom's not totally done. And then in the other ones at the moment, we've just got like wires and our battery in there, and then I think more wires and the dog food in there. And then we've also got this storage. So this is where we keep sort of bits and bobs, mostly tea bits, vitamins, yeah, things like that, again using the drawer liner. And then the one under there is essentially all of our pots and pans and cooking bits. And then I try and do, my decor is quite functional, so a lot of things I like to display are things I also use. So that includes like my mugs, for instance. If you're not new to the channel, you know I've got a little bit of a mug obsession. I do love them, and I think I mentioned these last time we got these. from Etsy. These are really lovely hooks, and the shelves we scavenged basically from, this was actually an old canoe rack that my partner had. He's an outdoor instructor, so he sort of took it to pieces. I did help with this one and sanded it down and yeah, stained it, so it's got that kind of rustic feel. And then we've got a little bit more decorative on this shelf here, but again quite functional. So yeah, I do use the teapot as our biscuit tin, again Etsy find, which I love. And then we've got our wee little print there that I got on the Isle of Skye, from my partner. And yeah, you see I've decorated with some autumnal bits. And we don't have an oven yet, so as for next steps in this kitchen, that's one of the things we definitely want to get. We want to get a gas oven, but we want to get like almost a microwave size one. So current plan is probably to build it in here. I have to move my nice chopping boards. Or potentially fitting it under in this sort of crevice of stuff. This will, well, depending whether we put an oven in it, we will block that up, but that's just got sort of bits and bobs in there at the moment. Yeah, it's currently just using our hob, and we use the main house oven at the moment, and that's serving us fine. But yeah, and then in terms of plumbing, we have our sink plumbed in, but we just have cold water at the moment because we've not got a hot water heater as of yet, because again we use the main house for the bathroom and the shower. So that's pretty much it for the kitchen. And then I've not gone far, I've just turned around and this is our living space in the house. This is Skye, who's been very good, aren't you, good girl? You're staying on your bed. I did think I should maybe give her to her dad to look after whilst I film, but then I was like, who doesn't want to see Skye? So yeah, so our bathroom, our living room's fairly minimal. So essentially all we have in here is our sofa. So we got this, my parents bought this for me actually, or for us very kindly, from DFS, and it fits really lovely in the space. There's enough room either side, there's enough room for Skye's bed, which is like massive because I like her to have plenty of room. And then we've got our window up there, to let a little bit more light in, and a nice lampshade. And then yeah, my partner's he's a man of many talents, he also draws, so this is one of his bits of artwork. And then we have our French doors currently here. Our view is not ideal. Our view is the garage because this is where, like I said, we were building the home and where we've ended up. It would have been really nice if we just done this the other way around, because then we would have had a view of the garden. But anyway, hindsight. Yeah, again, long-term plans. So this will hopefully, when we're parked up wherever we're going to be, we're going to have decking, quite a lot of decking. We'd really like to like almost double our living space and probably have it to be covered, because we live in Scotland and it's wet and cold. So yeah, that would be really, really lovely. And in terms of what else we do with this space, we would quite like some artwork up above the sofa here, because it's quite blank walls currently. I would like more artwork in general, but there isn't much else. I mean, we've got our bookshelves up there, that stores most of our books. I'm a big reader, but I actually get a lot of my books from the library and get them from charity shops and from friends, so I don't actually keep a lot of books. We've got a little bit more book storage now in one of the lofts that I'll show you, and we've got a little bit of artwork. So yeah, I've got my partner's prints, and I've got this wee one of a capercaillie, which is a Scottish bird that I work with. I'm also a wildlife conservationist. And then we've kind of used this as, again, functional, but try to pretty up this space here. So this is just a shoe rack, but I got one with a bench because then I thought it looks nice and it's extra seating, and we do actually use it when we have people around. I often perch on here and let them have the sofa. And then yeah, again, this basket's quite bulky but quite pretty, so I keep all my reusable bags in there. Got this mirror which I got quite recently because I lived in this home without a mirror for quite a long time, and I just couldn't never see what it looked like, which I quite enjoyed. But yeah, I did get this. It's just a cheap one, to be honest. I might splash out on something nice at some point. And then I've moved my yoga mat to be in this little wee corner here because this is where I do yoga. So a big part of designing your own home is you can be particular about what you need, and I just needed enough space to put my yoga mat out and work out, and my partner, if he works out, it's enough space for him as well. But yeah, that's our living space. Oh, and one more thing we did recently, partner would be really disappointed in me if I didn't mention this, is we got a diesel heater. So this is the, oh god, I'm gonna say spout, that's not right, exhaust. This is where the heat comes out. So we fitted it, again, my partner fitted it in here. So previously we've just worked with an electric heater, but we were keen to have a bit more self-sufficiency with it and not take any more electricity from the main house, because as we know, electricity is going up ridiculously. So this is going to be our main source of heat for this winter, which will be really, really good. It's really powerful, we think, and we got it for free actually from a friend that didn't need it. And long term, again, we are going to get a wood burner, and it's going to go here. So that's why we've left this space fairly open. Obviously, we have to move that, but that's a bit pricey at the moment, and we can make do with a diesel heater. So that's longer term goals. But next, I think I will show you the bathroom. Okay, so I love this colour, by the way. So we've stained a lot of the wood in the house the same colour, and yeah, my partner built pretty much everything from scratch. So this door was built from scratch and it had that kind of farmhouse cottagey look. So we like the open plan, but we like a little bit rusticness. We're going to pretend that's a word. And again, the bathroom's not really changed, guys. I do promise we have done some stuff, and it's mostly upstairs, a bit unglamorously. We've got our coats in here. This was not meant for coats. It's meant for stuff like dressing gowns when I got it. Got this wee hook thing. But we do want a boot room shed type situation, again, long-term plans, because we've got our wellies in here as well, which isn't ideal, and we're outdoorsy folks, so we always have wet coats hanging up here. So yeah, and here basically the same, I think, as the last time I showed you. So we've got the whole room's wet walled and with a slate effect wet wall, and we've just left it pretty much as it is. The shower's plumbed, I think it was last time as well, but again, cold water, so we do shower in the house. We're gonna have a vanity and a sink in this corner. Originally, I thought I would do a mirror because it's a bathroom, but I actually think, because we've got that mirror just outside and the shoe rack, I might use it as storage for like shelves. I think that would be quite nice. I've got an eye on a couple of vanities that I like if we do end up buying them, so I'll link those below in case you're interested. They're really nice company I found, it's sustainable and really nice wooden vanities. And then yeah, our shower and the wee slightly messy corner we actually dry our clothes in here currently, and that's we'll get a composting toilet, and that's where that will live. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, we've just got our towel rack and it's kind of like dual bathroom utility, more of a utility space at the moment. So, but a really nice size, I think. Like it's really not tiny. It's quite hard to show you on camera, but yeah, it's a nice size room. I think I'll take you up here now. So this is our bedroom loft, and this is where we've done quite a lot of changes. So let's take you up. Oh, before I do, yeah, like I said before, I think stairs are pretty much the same. We have storage built into both sides, which is one of our main bits of storage, and that door, so that cupboard goes all the way back to the back of the house, to the trailer, so it's got quite a lot of stuff in there, but we just don't like that cupboard because it's dark and you have to like bend down and you can't turn around in there, and everything's kind of lobbed in there, so we do need a better system for that. Any small sort of space saving ideas you have, by the way, or any ideas at all for the house, I'd happily receive them because you guys have got great taste. But anyway, let's show you this. So this is quite new. You've seen bits as we've been going. So the biggest change in here is it's a different colour. If you remember, we did paint this room green. The thought process was we can't have the whole house white. Well, we could, but I wanted to try some colour. And then the main change, why I decided actually no, it's it's not really working for us is the fact that this is now also my office space. So this is new. I've not shown you this corner of the house yet. So we built an office into the other loft, which I'll show you, because again, I'm not showing you all of that. But basically we fought over it because we both work from home. So I said I don't need much space. I just need a laptop for my work. So I just need a really small space to work. So this is what we did. This comes off. So this is a lovely wood that we actually got from my partner's brother. He had some offcuts of this, so we were like, oh, that would be nice for desks. So we just treated that, and that can lift up and out. And then the chair is actually outdoor. You could probably tell it's meant to be outdoor furniture, so I do need to do a bit of DIY work on here. I want to like at least strip off all the bits of remaining paint, and I might paint it white, or I might stain it to be like a nice wood. But it fits perfectly, so it's like, well, I'm not going to buy a new chair if I've got this. And I got a wee cushion for it. That was my compromise. I got that from Dunelm. It's their Edited Life range, which a lot of this house is furnished with, so that's really handy. And then also got some little shelves up here. I don't need much storage for my officey bits. It's more decorative to be honest. And then all our clothes are stored in here. And now have got an office. I do think we will block this in, build doors for these cupboards, but it's just not priority at the moment. So I think just to make the place look cleaner, but it doesn't look too bad. And if you want to know a bit more how I organise my capsule wardrobe, my capsule wardrobe generally, I did do a video on how I organise this and a tour of my capsule wardrobe, so I'll link those down below. But I should also say the white I chose is not white. You probably cannot tell. My partner can't even tell, and he lives here, but it's an off-white colour from Farrow and Ball. I actually splashed out on the paint, and they're a really lovely paint company. I've wanted to try some of their stuff for a while, so it's just a slightly warmer white basically. It's got like a red undertone to it. I thought that would be a nice compromise between office space and more of a cozy space. And then I've got my nice orange blankets and pillows. That's quite autumnal. Again, I don't know, I might change that up now because that was originally to go with the green walls, but I actually quite like it. It adds a bit of colour to the place. And then at some point I want to invest in some really nice linen bedding, and it's my birthday coming up, so I'm hoping that I might be able to get some gift cards for that. So I'll let you know. But yeah, that is this loft, and then I will just go and show you the last room in the house, which is the other loft. Okay. Oh, you might have noticed this. So the stairs, this stair is white, this one is grey. There are reasons. We originally painted it white, and I didn't like the fact that, look, it gets very easily scuffed. I know you can probably protect it better than we did, so there is ways to fix that. So I was like, let's try the grey, because that's the inside of our cupboards. But my partner didn't like it, and I'm not keen either, if I'm honest. I don't mind it because it kind of goes with our tiles when you're looking at it from this direction. So, but then I don't know if it would look nice here. So I don't know what we're going to do with the stairs. It's not a massive issue. But if you have any ideas about what we could do to make this look prettier, let me know. And also vote what you prefer: grey, white. Interested to see what you think. And then this is the last room. So this is the other office space / spare bedroom up here. So this is more my partner's space, to be honest, which is quite nice that we've separated it a little bit, so it can be a little bit too more to our taste. So his work, he needs quite a lot of screens, or at least he says so. So he's got lots of screens going on. He's got a bigger desk as well for all of that, but the same wood as the other one. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe I should put the light on. That's better. See that better now. And then he got more of a fancy chair, put like an office chair, because everything he had was higher up, so he just needed a bit of a taller chair. And then we put in, so this is actually just offcuts the shelving from when we did the wardrobes and the shelves for the clothing in the other loft. So just made some more shelves so he could have some of his books in here, some of mine as well. And that's again a wee drawing there of Sky, our dog, that he did. And then just got his print up there. And this is actually an air mattress currently, but we will probably buy a foam mattress and cut it, because it's not quite like, I can lie almost full stretched out and I'm about 5'5", so it's not tiny, but it wouldn't fit like a full size mattress. So yeah, and this room was always white and we just kept it that way. Future plans, to be honest, there's not a huge amount left to do in the loft. It's more cosmetic, the other loft more so with boxing in the clothing, but in here, apart from replacing the mattress and a few bits and pieces of painting and stuff, there's not a huge amount left to do, which is quite nice. But you get a nice eagle-eyed view of the house from up here. Yeah, that's pretty much the tour done, guys. So that's it. Thank you very much for joining me on an updated tour. I will keep you posted on any renovation stuff we do with the house, so make sure to subscribe if you want to see more, and I will link things I mentioned that I can find down below in case you guys are interested. And yeah, if you have any thoughts, ideas, comments, I love to hear them, because like I say, you guys have great taste, and I know you've said stuff before that's influenced what we do with the home, so do comment below. And then otherwise, I think next week might be a completely different place, because I am going away for my birthday, hopefully. So I'm 30 in a couple of weeks. So me and my partner are going to be going to West Coast of Scotland and staying in a wee shepherd's hut, and hopefully going over to the Isle of Mull for at least a day. So yeah, that would be really good. So I'm really excited to see that. So again, make sure to subscribe if you want to see a little bit of a travel vlog, which will hopefully be next week, if not the week after. I'll see you guys then. Bye.